You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Movement here from the tight end. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's hunt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud to make it real difficult on our opponent.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 10. He's off to the races. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
And the Tigers are on the move. A first down run on the doorstep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniel. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming after him. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Wisconsin 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. They keep attacking through the air. Working that left side now. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll... Down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Browning. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Pulls it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, nah, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying to get the corner. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Complete to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. Powers forward. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position, just so they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking to move it through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to know where to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers, there's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's right on target. Nothing but green ahead. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for the offense.
Easy. Freedom.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
They'll try the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and first and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football. You know, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but what happened?
Well, I like the idea of calling a pass play down there, but hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are not.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley. probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They go to the ground. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
He's tackled at the 30-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spike.
Off the play fake. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 28, Wisconsin 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Works the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Catch in the middle, it's Browning. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wants to throw on third. Buys a little time with his feet. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Goes to the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it, caught the defense off guard.
Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quick.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking to buy time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Badger!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today?
Off he goes! That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Smashes through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Jackrabbit.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part.
He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
2nd down coming up.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. We're at the midway point of the season, and after